sorry, live. So here I am without the screencasting again. Some time ago, a few days ago, my voice was muted. I didn't mute it. I don't know how it was. For 3 hours. The live stream that I did, 3 hours, muted. I don't know if someone muted it. Okay, I'm looking for my live stream right now. And I'm going to check the sound. Yeah, sound is there. एक तो देखें, this Taimur and Zalmi coming here. You know, in Pakistan, so many people have complained. I know कि छेड़ते हैं लोग, फिर वो बेचारे पुलिस औरतें, गरीब औरतें हैं जो मेड्स आते हैं. मेड को मैंने ईयर 2000 में एक मेड को पूछा, तो उन्होंने कहा कि हमें पाकिस्तान में कराची में अपने आप को वी हैव टू प्रोटेक्ट आवरसेल्फ. देयर इज़ नो प्रोटेक्शन फ्रॉम पुलिस और एनीवन. इफ़ अ मैन, वो एक तो पता है पब्लिक ट्रांसपोर्ट में और ये, और फिर कौन इन पाकिस्तानियों को कहता है कि छेड़ो ब्लास्फीमर्स को. वैसे ही अब ब्लास्फीमर की ज़रूरत नहीं है पाकिस्तान में कि मर्द आपको छेड़ें. ज़रूरत नहीं है. You don't have to be a blaspheming woman against Islam to have the men harass you. इनके नस नस में ये है. मेरा फादर बहुत पहले, शादी से पहले, before his marriage even, when I think he was in Islamiyat College. He went to see a movie in the movie cinema hall, and when they were leaving after the movie ended, he saw a man wanting to touch a woman, so he held his hand. You see, or another thing, my mother, when she used to, in the 70s, early 70s, or married to my father, when she would go on public transport, like a rickshaw, take a rickshaw, she would wear the burqa, face covered, right? So she was in the rickshaw, I was with her, and the man touched her, and she slapped the man, hit him with her hand, like, slap. So the man said, no, it wasn't me. This man whom she slapped said, no, it wasn't me, it was the man ahead of me. तो आप ऐसे इनकरेज करेंगे, जैसे तैमूर सेड हमदान, शेख हमदान इज़ हाइनेस, आप इनको, और भी चित्ता कुत्ता, ये लोग वाइल्ड बीट्स हैं उधर पाकिस्तान में. लड़कियों को पुलिस को ब्राइब दे सकते हैं अगर थोड़ा पैसा है, लॉयर्स हैं या क्या काम कर रहे हैं. बेचारी हमारी मेड्स उधर, हम उधर सुधारने के लिए कर रहे थे. आप अगर इधर ये इनको बोल रहे हैं कि ब्लास्फीमिंग वेमेन है, वो तो वैसे ही ये पाकिस्तानी चित्ते कुत्ते थे. आई मीन चित्ते एनिमल्स, लाइक बीस्ट, वर्स देन एनिमल्स, छेड़ते हैं. ये क्या है? तो ये हमें गवारा नहीं है. ब्लास्फीमर्स को छोड़ें उधर पाकिस्तान में, और इनको वो आप दे रहे हैं रस्सी, लेवरेज के छेड़ें. इनको तो कोई कुछ नहीं. यू सी, सो प्लीज़ ट्राई टू सी. आप अभी हिज हाइनेस शेख मोहम्मद ने एक एक्स प्लेटफॉर्म में पोस्ट किया है कि वी वांट दिस सिटी टू बी द नोबलेस्ट, राइट. आप कैसे, ये तैमूर कैसे कहता है कि शेख हमदान ने मुझे कहा था और ज़ल्मी ने मुझे प्रोवोक किया था, इंस्टिगेट किया था, इंसाइट किया था. नहीं, let me tell you, it's not against blaspheming women. They have gang rapes in Pakistan. So you are encouraging them. मेरी माँ को हाथ लगाया था जब when she was in burqa, touched her. a man walking by. In Sadr, there was traffic. So we were stuck in the traffic when this man came and touched my mother who was in burqa. These Pakistani men, some of them don't need an excuse. They just want to touch. They're very frustrated. And there, तो ये अरीशा ने जो कहा है ना कि आप अरब्स क्या कर रहे हैं, आपने पाकिस्तान को ख़राब कर दिया. एक्स मुस्लिम अरीशा. डॉक्टर अरीशा, अभी आप पाकिस्तानियों को अरब शेख कह रहे हैं. ये नागवार चीज़ है. ये तो अपनी औरत को, मुसलमान औरतों को नहीं छोड़ते हैं. दे हरास, street stalking, touching in Bori Bazaar, in Sadr, in cinema halls, my father told me. Wherever they can, you know. तो आप कैसे ये शेख हमदान का नाम ले रहे हैं और ये आपको ये अरब शेख, हाँ? फिर वो बेचारी लड़कियां उधर पाकिस्तान में जो बिलीव जो मुस्लिम, इधर देखो आपको कैसा लगा अभी. मुस्लिम ब्रदरहुड, एक्सट्रीमिस्ट, टेररिस्ट, उनसे आपको लगा है. सो आपके लीडर्स का नहीं सुनते हैं कुछ आपके मुसलमान. जैसे किंग ऑफ जॉर्डन ने कहा है कि जो भी मुसलमान जो अपने आप को शिया मुसलमान हैं, आगा खानीज़ इस्माइलीज़ मुसलमान हैं, जो भी इनको काफिर कहेगा वो तकफीरी होगा. एंड ऑल दैट यू कैन रीड ऑनलाइन फॉर गॉड्स सेक्स. अफ़गानी औरत एक ही है. एक पाकिस्तान को अरबों ने where is it? Can't find it right now. I can't see. इसका मतलब नहीं कि मैं ये कर रही हूँ कि मैं उठ सकती हूँ, मैं खाना अपना इवन तैयार माइक्रोवेव में. इतनी बेचैनी होती है, इतनी क्रिटिकल कंडीशन में हूँ. बार बार तो मैं नहीं बोलूँगी. कभी अगर मैं निकल गई पार्लर में या ग्रोसरी के लिए, इधर ऑर्डर भी करना, मेरा दिमाग ऐसा है अगर कोई चीज़ ख़राब होती है तो सोच I get into this more what do you call this, nervous breakdown. I wish like there was a, हमारे घर होता था पाकिस्तान कराची में, सर्वेंट्स होते थे. इस हालत में कोई मुझे आके, कभी मैं सोचती हूँ कोई आके मुझे लाइक खिलाए. इवन इतना पेन I've carried, not that I wanted. इतना स्ट्रगल होता है. तो अगर मैं ये कर रही हूँ इसका मतलब ये नहीं है कि मैं और चीज़ें कर सकती हूँ और आप मुझे ऐसे तो आप तो मेरे हिसाब से तो आप बहुत बेरहम और बहुत जाहिल. ignorance how Arabs destroyed Pakistan's daddy issues 1 month ago on Arisha Ex-Muslim channel. Ex-Muslim Arisha Rajput Babar is cut off. So, और आप इन पाकिस्तानियों को लेवरेज दें. You look इतने like shameless, इतने deet, stubborn, deet, like उर्दू में word है deet, sorry, English speaking. ये तो छोड़ते नहीं हैं औरतों को. इतना हरासमेंट, पुलिस नहीं आए आपके यहाँ दुबई में. अल्लाह प्लीज़ ऐसा नहीं करें, इनकी इनकी आदत ख़राब करेंगे। वैसे ही ये ऐसे हैं, लड़कियों को छेड़ना तो इनका नेचर है, सेकंड नेचर नहीं, फर्स्ट नेचर उधर पाकिस्तान में। और ब्लास्फेम आपको प्लीज़, अगर आप सुनने के लायक सुनते नहीं हैं और फिर आप इधर जैसे मुझे बताया कि इन एब्सटेंशिया डिसअपियर कर देते हैं, आप लोग सुन रहे नहीं हैं। हमारा डॉक्टर डेविड वुड ने कहा है, कितने लोगों ने कहा है, आई एम एन एक्स मुस्लिम, मुझे थोड़ी कोई वो था, दुश्मनी थी, मुझे तो सुन्नियों से भी ऐसे दुश्मनी नहीं थी। तो मैं तो सुन्नी इस्लाम के अगेंस्ट करती ना, मैंने क्यों इधर एक्स शिया लिखा है, बिकॉज सुन्नी जाने कि मैं तुम इट्स नॉट आउट ऑफ, ठीक है आके कहेंगे कि शियाज आर काफिर, बट ये तो जाने कि हम सुन्नी इस्लाम के दुश्मन तो नहीं थे। आई एम नॉट योर एनिमी, आई वॉज नेवर योर एनिमी, I never hurt or brought out. We used to say keep politics and keep religion personal in Karachi, Pakistan. I don't know elsewhere. हम एटलीस्ट काफिर, ठीक है हम काफिर थे, लेट्स से अकॉर्डिंग टू यू, बट वी आर काफिर्स, शियाज। बट व्हाई हैव आई पुट एक्स शिया हियर एंड एक्स मुस्लिम? तो वो उनको आग लग जाती है शियाओं को कि मैंने एक्स शिया रखा है, और फिर शिया आ जाते हैं मेरे अगेंस्ट इधर, कैसे सकलन हैदर तैमूर एंड ऑल दिस। हमने किसी लड़की को क्या छेड़ा है? हम छेड़े हुए हैं, हम लड़की औरत है, हम छेड़े हुए हैं। और ना हमने कुछ ऐसा, तो अगर आप अपनी कंट्री को अच्छा करना चाहते हैं तो पाकिस्तानियों को क्यों यूज़ कर रहे हैं हमारे अगेंस्ट? और ये भी तो देखें कि इट इज़ अ इफ and there's thus a possibility of Prophet Muhammad to fabricate Surah Haqqah ayat 44 and 45. There could be a there is. Allah, can you not understand what we are trying to say and what Allah has said in this ayat? For goodness sake. For humanity's sake, for mercy's sake. एक तो आपके अल्लाह मर्सी है ना, आपके प्रॉफिट को भी भेजा एज अ मर्सी, बट अल्लाह हैज़ नॉट प्रोटेक्टेड हिम फ्रॉम फैब्रिकेटिंग अगेंस्ट अल्लाह, सेइंग दैट दिस इज़ फ्रॉम अल्लाह व्हेन इट इज़ नॉट फ्रॉम अल्लाह। पूरी आयत को समझें फ्रॉम ऑल साइड्स। और फिर मैं आपको सुन्नी हदीत दिखाई जैसे पहले, एंड देन द थिंग स्टार्टेड हियर, सो आई हैड टू गो एंड कंटिन्यूइंग नाउ from my previous live stream on the Surah Haqqah ayat and the Sunni Hadith, the ones शिया क्यों नहीं लेते हैं। अब शिया को भी मैं दूसरे तरफ से आई दिखाने के लिए कि Sunnis are right in Surah Abbasa saying that the Prophet frowned. You see, they put a Sunni translation of that ayat, Surah Abbas ayat, first ayat, Prophet frowned. Prophet brackets में, Shias, it's not a Sahab, it's not the polytheist chief who frowned at the blind man. So right now I can't do in detail. I'm trying to save, no, I should be saving my energy because I'm not able to do much. इसका मतलब नहीं कि मैं ये कर रही हूँ तो मैं वो कर सकती हूँ। अगर मुझे इधर हिंदू हेल्प कर रहे हैं आपके पाकिस्तानियों के अगेंस्ट जो हमें छेड़ते हैं, तो पता है पाकिस्तानी तो हिंदुओं को उधर लड़कियों को यानी क्या ट्रैप कर, वो लव जिहाद छोड़े हिंदुओं को, आई मीन वो तो नो क्यों छोड़े हम, क्यों छोड़े? ये ह्यूमन राइट्स के ख़िलाफ़ है। आप उनको डिसीव करके मोहब्बत का वो धोखा दे के उनको कन्वर्ट करते हैं। हिंदुओं को, बेचारे हिंदू कन्वर्ट नहीं कर सकते, आप फिर इस्लामिक कंट्रीज़ में उनको सज़ा देते हैं, सज़ा देते हैं। और आपको ये भी दिखाए कि आपके अल्लाह के जो आयत है अगेंस्ट पॉलिथिज़म अनजस्ट, Allah has sneaked in association with him, implied. Surah Takwir ayat, Rasul Kareem with the possessor of power. Surah Takwir ayats 19, 20, 21 even obeyed. And also that is association with Allah. And also Surah Maida at 55. How the Sunnis come out of this waliyakum being Allah and the Messenger and the believers. They try to give another reason or another meaning to waliyakum, just not perhaps in Allah's divinity, but Allah has said associating anyone with Him in any way, in attributes, in any way, like helping Him. जैसे पॉलिथीस के अगेंस्ट आप आयत्स देखें ना, तो इट्स वेरी जनरल। ये क्यों नहीं समझते आप? वर्ड वलियकुम को नीचे भी लाएं। इफ़ यू ब्रिंग द words meaning to mean friends or not guardians, but just your friends or just your helpers. अभी देखिए अल्लाह ने कैसे चेंज किया है, इंटरसेसर्स किया है। जब पॉलिथीस को कहता है इंटरसेशन के लिए with Allah. So even the believers have intercession with Allah. For the polities, Allah has made that in such wordings that I had to... it's not easy, right, for me. I am not even eloquent. तो शियास को भी दिखाना, सुन्नीस को भी दिखाना। तो ठीक है, हम काफिर हैं, लेकिन हम आपके दुश्मन तो नहीं थे। तभी मैंने, अच्छा है कि एक्स शिया लिखा है विथ एक्स मुस्लिम, कि आप जाने कि अच्छा फिर कहेंगे कि ये जूइश मोसाद या पता नहीं एजेंट हैं, जूस के एजेंट हैं। दूसरे एक्स मुस्लिम्स को भी ये कहा है, झूठ बोल के, उनका झूठा इल्ज़ाम लगा के। आपका अल्लाह कहता है कि झूठा इल्ज़ाम किसी पे नहीं लगाओ, लेकिन आप बग़ैर जाने समझे कोई ख़राब इंसान, आदमी, evil man brings news, investigate। ये भी है आयत में। कितने लोग हैं आप लोग जो सही इस्लाम को, दूसरी आयतों को भूल जाते हैं। आपके जो टेररिस्ट, जो वो कहते हैं, आप उनके अगेंस्ट कहते हैं कि वो दिस नॉट इस्लाम, but they are taking the ayats, then you also skip some of the ayats, overlook। उन पे आप इल्ज़ाम डाल रहे हैं, तो वो कुरान की आयतें डेफिनेटली सही तरह इस्तेमाल कर रहे हैं। जो आप नहीं देख रहे हैं, आपने उनको बदल दिया है तफसीर में, आपके रिलीजियस स्कॉलर्स ने। तो ये कॉन्ट्रडिक्शंस आप पे चल रहे हैं, और आप इल्ज़ाम इतना झूठा क्यों हम पे कि वी आर स्प्रेडिंग लाइज अगेंस्ट इस्लाम। दिस ऑल्सो, when I prove that Shias are not kafirs, then we're spreading lies against Islam. I'm as an ex-Muslim also spreading lies against Islam. तो अगर इनकाम है आपको समझाए, डॉक्टर डेविड वुड ने, सैम शमॉन की तरह तो है ही नहीं, बुली नहीं है। जब वो चैलेंज करता था, वो आपके लोगों को इतना चांस देता था। When Dr. David Wood used to, he's never lied against you people. Lies तो आप बोल के ex-Muslims के against, evangelists के against. He's never lied. Look, reason. आपके अल्लाह ने कहा है अक्ल यूज़ करो, reason. reasonable man Dr. David Wood has been in this, helping. अब्दुल्ला समीर को पूछे आप डेविड वुड क्या है? Although apostate, Aladdin against David Wood and all this, making apostate prophet, a Christian. But you know, Abdullah Samir was against that. What apostate? Aladdin even said against David Wood about apostate prophet. और वो इतना अच्छा आदमी है, इतना लड़कियों पता है वो नहीं करता है मुझे कभी भी लाइक मैंने तो नहीं देखा कि ऐसा सताना तो दूर की बात है, डिसरिस्पेक्टफुल होना। वो अपने क्रिश्चियन कुछ के डेविड वुड इज़ रियली गुड पर्सन, उनका दिल बहुत अच्छा है। He's got a good heart and he's level-headed, and he's very like humanity, caring for people. अभी लुबना के लिए पता है उधर लुबना को दिया है, contribute किया है. Our viewers, I was like, all of us like amazing Dr. David Wood through his one channel on YouTube. And they were saying thanks for coming here and helping, contributing for Lubna. So the reason why he must have shown it there is because, for us, our hearts to be at peace, ke koi hai Lubna ko madad karne wala. Right? Evangelist David Wood. I think he's an evangelist. तो वो हमारा, like he's gone to, हालांकि Lubna is not an ex-Muslim. So he's helping Muslims also. Like Lubna. अच्छा अब हम समझाना चाह रहे हैं तो आप ना देखना चाह रहे हैं ना समझना चाह रहे हैं, तो हम क्या करें? और फिर ये पाकिस्तानी, प्लीज़ अरब्स डोंट यूज़ पाकिस्तानीज। वो पता है उधर पाकिस्तान में वैसे ही मुसलमान गैंग रेप, फिर पुलिस कुछ नहीं करती है, ब्राइब्स लेती है। कितना जुल्म है पाकिस्तान में, हद से ज़्यादा। How can we be blasphemers? पहले तो आप अल्लाह को क्वेश्चन करें ना कि why didn't he? तो अगर अल्लाह कहता है तो there's a possibility, right? And if Muhammad had made up about us some false sayings, Surah 69 ayat 45, what would Allah have done? Surah 69 ayat 45. We would have seized him by the right hand. Sorry, the previous one was same Surah ayat 44. And then ayat 45. We would have seized him by the right hand, and sorry, I forgot to put ayat 46 here. Then we would have cut from him the aorta. और सुन्नी हदीस में क्या है? Which the Shias don't take, but Sunnis, even you don't understand. Huh? So, see, we're trying. Dr. David Wood, with his eloquence, with his greatness, has tried to show you. Please check Dr. David Wood's. It's in a video now. The different channels have uploaded it. You will find it if you just search on YouTube. David Wood, cut aorta. Sorry, I keep saying aorta. Aorta. तो ये समझाने की बात है। हम आपके दुश्मन, क्या मतलब? आपका अल्लाह, your Allah should have said, he will not. There's no possibility that Prophet Muhammad would ever fabricate a saying. If Allah, then you could say that our Allah, you could use this ayat against us and say our Allah never said that he would not ever, never fabricate a saying against us. Why the if has come? Try to understand. Why has Allah put if there? Meaning there's a possibility it's not protected. Okay, in Surah Jinn, yes, there Allah says that Allah has sent guardians, I don't know, angels and kya, so that the Prophet conveys the message, right? Surah Jinn ayat. And yes, that is there. But what about this ayat? Oh, हक आपको नहीं करना है मुझे लगता है. The ones who come here and keep blaming us for lying, spreading lies against Islam, blaming the ex-Muslims. आपको इतने सुन्नी हैं जो ex-Muslims हुए हैं. There's so many Sunnis who have become ex-Muslims. There you go with another thing. Right here you come saying, I'm a kafir, but I was never your enemy. I was never the enemy of Islam. I was never the enemy of Sunnis. So agar, if I put ex-Shia, I get it from the Shias. Okay, why have you put this? To tell the Sunnis, now it's come the reason, main reason. That I'm an ex-Muslim and I didn't have enmity against Islam. I did my risk. That's why. There is ample also against Sunni Islam, not enough channels against Shia Islam. Shia Islam. I'm not saying Shia Muslims. तो ये सुन्नी भी जान जाए. And what would you say that the ex-Muslim Sunnis have been enemies of Islam and spreading lies against Islam? Oh, they want to drink, they want to be free, they want to be this. क्या क्या नहीं बोला उनके against लड़कियों ex-Muslim लड़कों के against हारिस सुल्तान क्या क्या नहीं बोला है. तो मैं कहती हूँ इधर आप टेक्स्ट को देखें. ओके, सूरह जिन आयत 28, that he may know that they have conveyed the messages of their Lord. Who may know? अभी पता नहीं शिया कैसे पुट करते. That he, इधर होना चाहिए that Allah may know, or who may know, Muhammad may know, like Muhammad may know that they have, who has conveyed, who is supposed to convey the messages of their Lord. Sahih International, I don't understand, I've got to, so that he, abhi Maududi nahi to, see, Allah may know that they have delivered the messages of their Lord. अब ये भी problem error है. Oh my God. Yusuf Ali, that he is for Allah. Sahih International has put he, the H in he without the capital. That means Muhammad. The rest, Maududi has put the H with the capital H, which means Allah. अभी ये भी error है. अभी शिया का multilingual में check करना. I'm on Quran.com. Surah Jinn ayat 28. Please, आपको academic work, research. तो research करें. Is there a possibility? Research करें. Is there a possibility that Prophet Muhammad fabricated sayings on Allah? Oops, sorry. Ouch, my God, my shoulders. I'm in a critical condition and I thought I would never come here today, like the way I felt getting up, that I'm going to take care of myself today also and not use. I can't talk. This is a miracle. Continued from my previous live stream. So my tongue is being, I hope I don't bite my tongue. I'm not feeling well. Okay. But see, थोड़ा सा रहम तो होना चाहिए ना. रहम भी नहीं आता, नो मर्सी। Excuse me, my tea. I'm just. Is there someone who can help me? See, ऐसी हालत है कि I can afford at least a cleaner, someone to help me with the garbage. I'm really very gone case, tired, extremely exhausted. Since, like, it's not today, but it's been a few days I've been saying you better take out your garbage so that I can have some food and because itna wo hai na, like I'll need bags upon bags. I've got a new garbage, like lots of garbage bags, and my dustbins are, full. So I also have bought a bait for the cockroaches. Oh, you see, I can't wash so I use, those kind of paper plates and all. So a lot of piled up things in the kitchen, and I like eating even the fruit, orange or something. Like, okay, let's get it. Wait, throw it. Thinking of like as a stress hota hai, like sorry, it's too much for me. I don't know how I'm alive. Okay, I don't. तो थोड़ा सा रहम करें किसी पे कि वो कुछ और नहीं कर सकती तो बैठे बैठे लेटे लेटे I'm not even at my desk. I can't. Or another sofa, one sofa. I can, change my position, change my place. So do this. I can't. I crawl to put the AC off and on. I crawl out of my mattress at times. और मैं समझी कि शायद आप शराफत की कि I want to help the Muslims, Abu Dhabi, and बल्कि मैंने तो सुना था कि बाबा जायद didn't like Shia Islam. फिर भी मैंने कहा चलो I'll just. ये तो बुरी बात है ना कि आप कोई आपको मदद ऐसे मुझे आप पैसे दे रहे हैं, फाइनेंशियल हेल्प, मैं आपको कुछ सच्चाई या मैं आपकी दुश्मन तो नहीं हूँ ना, ऐसा ट्रीट करेंगे, पाकिस्तानियों को यूज़ करेंगे जो बचपन से हम लोग पाकिस्तान में मोलेस्ट, ये इनकी तो आदत है, इनका तो एक फर्स्ट नेचर हो गया है, इनका नेचर हो गया है मर्दों का पाकिस्तान में छेड़ना। पुलिस कुछ नहीं करती है, सिर्फ मैं नहीं दूसरे भी लोग। और अभी आप सोचें, आपको कुछ वो नहीं है कि मेड्स में हमारी दूर से आती हैं, बसों में आती हैं, छेड़ते हैं मर्द उनको कराची में, और वो कहती हैं आपको इनका ख्याल नहीं है कि ऐसा आप आदत इनकी करेंगे, वैसे इनकी आदत ऐसी है। और भी ख़राब हो जाएंगे पाकिस्तानी। अल्लाह हमारे मुसलमान लड़कियों को गैंग रेप्स हुए हैं, छेड़ना लेफ़्ट राइट एंड सेंटर। वो बेचारी मेड्स कहती हैं गरीब क्या बाजी हमें अपने आप को बचाना पड़ता है, कोई नहीं है उनको प्रोटेक्ट करने के लिए उधर पाकिस्तान में। ये एलीट लड़के और गरीब से गरीब दे गेट अवे, मैन छेड़ के दे गेट अवे। हम लोग पुलिस में नहीं कंप्लेन करते थे, ना करते हैं। क्रैंक कॉल्स तो अरब्स आप लोग दैट्स तैमूर ने, मुझे बहुत दुख हुआ है, बहुत दुख हुआ। आप छोड़े ब्लास्फेम, ठीक है, अगर शेख हमदान ने खुदा उनको सलामत रखे, मैं आपकी दुश्मन नहीं हूँ। क्रिश्चियन प्रिंस तो शेखों की तस्वीर thumbnails. I was like, what's this? President, vice president, जब Sheikh Mohammed, vice president of UAE. He क्या? And he gets away. उनका चैनल तो किसने कंप्लेन नहीं किया. मैं डर रही थी कि oh my God. And I had to go and check like, what's this? What is he saying? एक thumbnail, दो thumbnail. Where's the देखें she look. I was like, what's this? A Christian Prince? Like so many years back. How many now? On अभी देखें recently thumbnails, huh? UAE का sheikh. And I'm like, oh my God, he could get into trouble. Live. Oh, I'll have to. Maybe some years ago. How many years ago? Oh God. Maybe 2-3 years ago. Time flies. MBS का picture रखा है. Why the crown? Why the crown? Throw Islam under the bus. Why the crown prince has thrown Islam under the bus? हाँ, तो तैमूर एंड ज़ल्मी शेख हमदान का नाम रखा है. Okay, if Christian Prince is true about this in this live stream, check 2 months ago. Christian Prince. What's the channel name? Christian Prince channel name. अभी आप जाके शेख हमदान का नाम यूज़ किया है. हाँ, अभी देखें. I can't even make my hair. It's a gone case, right? So sorry. Yeah, I'm as ugly can be. So Christian Prince. जाके छेड़े. Go and harass His Highness Crown Prince of Saudi Arabia. इनका खुद का चैनल नहीं है. इन्होंने क्रिश्चियन प्रिंस को क्राउन प्रिंस ऑफ सऊदी अरेबिया शहजादे साहब ये तो सही नहीं है. आप आंखों में भाई मैं तो why the crown prince threw Islam under the bus, huh? I was like, no, under only. No, Christian Prince, what are you saying? Allah. So what shall I, no comments here, but let's say if this is true, right? How, maybe why or how or why? How? I don't know how to say this, sorry. It may not be true. But according to Christian Prince, this is, what is this? Then, अच्छा, तो Pakistani mard, men, छेड़ना woman को, शिया तैमूर. मेरी खैरत तो बिल्कुल भी और शेख हमदान को यूज़ करना. Conclusions of Trump visit, ये उस पे नहीं है. UAE Qatar, sorry, I have missed this 4 months ago. I didn't watch this. India Modi will burn Pakistan. I didn't watch this, sorry, I didn't. Oh, it's been many years. हमारे crown prince, well, no, live stream. It's not here on this channel. Thumbnail था. यूएई प्रेसिडेंट का, कभी यूएई दुबई रूलर का। इनको जाके छेड़ें। और इन्होंने क्राउन, आपके क्राउन प्रिंस के बारे में कहा है, ज़ल्मी। हाँ, तैमूर शिया, आई बैंड हिम। अभी मैं क्या बताऊँ। तो एक लॉयर के पास मैं काम कर रही थी, एंड सो सटल, लाइक मुझे बदतमीज़ी, वो कहेंगे तो नहीं कि वो मुझे ना अच्छा नहीं लगा जब उसने मुझे कहा कि आई हैव अ club membership in Karachi, or some club in Karachi, and we can go swimming. I will take my children and all this, right? मुझे इतना अच्छा नहीं लगा. Okay, I didn't like it. मुझ में बहुत ऐसी खैरत है. I, you know, I don't like these kind of things. Swimming. अभी मैं लंदन. So, and he being, मुझे बिल्कुल भी नहीं अच्छा लगा. मेरा मूड ख़राब हो गया कार में. और एक तो ये लॉयर्स है ना, तो फीमेल, अभी ये मुसलमान, तो वो अपनी कुलीग से मिला, राइट. आई वॉज ऑन अ व्हाट डू यू कॉल इट, इंटर्नशिप. एक फुल फ्लेज लॉयर, उसको मैं जानती हूँ. शी इज़ अ फ्रेंड ऑफ माई क्रिस्टन, और आई हैव नोन हर. तो ये मिले हाई कोर्ट में, ये साहब लॉयर, मेल लॉयर दैट आई वाज डूइंग इंटर्नशिप विद. और फिर क्या हुआ है कि उस फीमेल ने उसके अराउंड हिज अराउंड हिम, पुट हर आर्म अराउंड हिम, सेड ये तो हमारा दोस्त बहुत अच्छा इंसान है. And I've heard from Yusuf Zedi that the lawyers, female lawyers, drink alcohol. They gather with the male lawyers, and they have, and I've heard from Raju that some judges also, and the lawyers, right, bribes lete hain, and I've heard from others also. But another thing is mujra karte hain. Mujra. यानी रात केस किया, जीते नहीं जीते क्या, then in the night time mujra. In Karachi, the judges and lawyers. तो वो तो दूर की बात है. मुझे तो अगर मैं तो इन पे ऐसा मारूंगी इनको. लेकिन वो बिकॉज यू नो मैंने बर्दाश्त कर लिया, बिकॉज मैं रहम, बिकॉज मैं उनकी वाइफ को जानती हूँ. वो मेरे मदर के रिलेटिव. ओके. और मैं इस लॉयर की माँ को भी जानती हूँ, जिसने नूरजान हाजी हबीब के, when she was on her wedding, intercontinental, when Pearl Continental, जब इनकी मदर और इनकी मदर की बहन मुझे देखा बचपन में, कहा खैली कशंग कशिशा कशंग hast, दुख्तर शुमा ची hast. मुझे लाइक बहुत खूबसूरत है ये. I was a small girl and I never thought I was beautiful. I hated my hair, and my family used to make fun of my hair. So I didn't have straight hair. So you know, उस पे like I didn't like it, this kind of thing. कि swimming जाना, even knowing this person. So मेरा मूड ख़राब हो गया. spoilt my mood. फिर भी मैंने बर्दाश्त किया because I, just tolerated it. कोई और लॉयर होता था मैं सीधा छोड़ देती. ये कहती क्या बात कर रहे हैं आप, सुना भी देती उधर कार में. Because we had just come out from, he took me, he wanted to go to a commissioner, head of Pakistan, Sindh Commission, what you call that, office. And I'm not talking about Farokh Naseem. वो बहुत शरीफ, वो कभी ऐसी बात मेरे साथ नहीं किया. Okay, Farokh Naseem, no. So, God. Oh my, I have to go now. Yeah, better. तो चल जाएगा. It's still inside the ashtray. Not much has fallen. Okay, now आपको समझा के दिखा के. So let's say from the Sunni Hadith, David Wood finds out that Prophet Muhammad, although the word is different from the Arabic word, but even in Quran there are different words from different languages sometimes Allah has used. And I don't know what's happened, but there is a hadith which says whatever was cut, then of course he died of it, so it would mean that his aorta, because poison, if you work it out, all this. And then how to tell the Shias understand that Prophet Muhammad was not secured from fabricating things against Allah, right? In this ayat, Surah Haqqah, it's if. There's a if. So there's a possibility of Prophet Muhammad fabricating sayings for, against Allah. Like this is from Allah, right? Saying this is from Allah. You get it? Or you don't get it, for God's sakes. तो हमें ऐसा research करना चाहिए in ayat. Let's say I take this ayat also. So I show you step by step the ayats, like taking that Quran ayat that reflect upon the Quran ayats. If there is, no, nothing, only the packet fell. Thank God the ashtray didn't overturn. So if I take the ayat also, I have the right to reflect upon the Quran ayats. If there were much contradictions, it would be from other than Allah. God has given us the right, and moreover, I saw that God has not protected Prophet Muhammad from fabricating sayings about Allah. So there is a possibility. And David Wood showed it from Sunni Hadith. अब आप क्यों नहीं ये देखते हैं कि इनका है, आप बोलते हैं नहीं ये word नहीं था, you're criticizing on the meaning of the word, but he died of the poison given to him in Khaybar, and one of his arteries, even though lesser than the aorta, was cut. He felt it was being cut. So working it out that Prophet Muhammad, taking the Surah Haqqah and the Sunni Hadith of Aisha, narrated by Aisha in Sahih Bukhari, that he did fabricate was more than possibility. There is proof for the Sunnis at least. So Sunnis, you should see this, there is proof. Wouldn't it be unjust of you to come here and say we're spreading lies against Allah? You see, our kind of investigation, research was not your way. You could be prejudiced and biased and not put one and two together, but we put it together. And I wouldn't give this hadith just the ayat, work on the ayat. But Dr. David Wood has given this hadith, other ex-Muslims have given this hadith, the Sunni ex-Muslims with the ayat. How can you say we are blaspheming? You cannot say we are blaspheming. Ask any lawyer. Ask any, like a non-Muslim lawyer. So isn't it this way we work it out? And then if I find more contradictions in the Quran ayat, what would that say? Errors in the Quran, what would that mean? That he fabricated against Allah sayings. Wouldn't it mean that putting one and one together, for God's sakes? आपने कैसे, आपके religious scholars ने कैसे research किया है? There's a कि सही तरह research नहीं किया. It should be biased then. Shouldn't it be biased? Ample proof hai. The Quran ayat says if. So there is a possibility of Prophet Muhammad. How many times do I have to repeat myself? There's also that hadith in the Sunnis take that my ummah will have 73 sects and only one of the sect will go, and that sect would be the main body. He didn't say that this without the sect, the main body. He said the sect would be of the main body. Oh my God. He didn't say those who main body who say we are Muslims only. He said the sect that will be of the main body will only, these are the only ones who will go to heaven. The rest of the Muslims, Islamic sects will go to hell. Meaning, ये भी तो आप देखें and see this, consider what are the implications and how does a lawyer, like proof, how do we make out proof? How do we come to also the conclusion? How do judges come to the conclusion? So your religious scholars have come to a different conclusion, taking Surah Haqqah ayahs 44 to 46, with their hadith Sunnis taking Aisha's narration in Sahih Bukhari that my aorta is being cut. And even if it's a lesser nerve, or what do you call it, artery, it got to his aorta. The English translation is aorta. That's what. So now, judges, lawyers, let me see. Aisha, my aorta is being cut. Aorta. Sorry, I said Aisha. My aorta. In English it's put. Not because I Google searched it, because it's sunnah.com has put in English aorta. Why then, in English translation, has Sunnah.com put it in this way? Please tell me. Of course, it's not the same Arabic Quran word. For God's sake. See, in English, aorta is being cut from that poison. Narrated Aisha. Sahih al-Bukhari 44:28. You want to know the grade? Sorry, excuse me. Oh, I have to also. Okay, the grade is not given here. Sometimes the grade is not given and doesn't even. Sahih sorry, it's sunnah.com. Sunnah.com. It's not AI. It's not just Google search. Shias reject this hadith, right? So how I come differently with the Shias. But Sunnis, isn't this evidence enough with the Quran ayat? And how many things, how many sayings in your hadiths Prophet Muhammad has gone against Quran ayats? And then you say, oh, reject these these narrations. Okay, come to Surah Tahrim then. Prohibiting himself what Allah had made lawful for him. And then the Sunnis have changed the interpretation of Surah 21, ayah 27. Okay, that it doesn't mean that these, so, from here to there, see how difficult it is. Surah 21, ayah 27. So I have to see, the ayat before. It was on Jesus Christ, not jinns, not making, polytheists making daughters with Allah or, jinns. This is about Jesus Christ, honored servants. You don't think Prophet Muhammad was an honored servant of Allah? So I can show you an ayat which says Prophet Muhammad being a servant of Allah too, not only a prophet. Right? How can I show you that ayat? If it's not directly, then there is like a Nabi who is a servant of Allah, Jesus Christ. It's not only the word of Allah, the Ruh of Allah, the Spirit of Allah, and what else? The Masih, Christ, but also a Nabi, prophet, and Mukramuna, Ibadun Mukramuna. Can you say, I could go deep into this and say, slaves who are honored. Aren't there human slaves even who are honored by Allah? Messengers of Allah are not slaves honored. Ibadun. So the jinns are the ibadun of Allah. If you say these are jinns, that ayat Surah 21, ayat 27 is Allah is referring to in this ayat. Ibadun mukramuna, honored servants. Okay. Who is Allah talking about? Not a messenger did we send before thee without this inspiration sent by us to him, that there is no God but I. Therefore worship and serve me. This is Surah 21, ayah 25. Then before this 24 ayat, or have they taken for worship gods besides him? Say, bring your convincing proof. This is the message of those with me, and the message of those before me. But most of them know not the truth, and so turn away. He cannot be questioned for his acts, but they will be questioned. Allah cannot be questioned. Here the Surah Anbiya 24 does have, or have they taken gods besides him? Who have they taken besides him? Only jinns or angels? Or have they also taken Jesus Christ and Azra, whom they worship besides Allah? So of course Jesus Christ would be included in this, and Azra, according to the Quran ayahs. Say, O Muhammad, produce your proof. This Quran meaning is the message for those with me and the message of those before me. But most of them do not know. Most of them do not know. So these are taking it, Jesus Christ. Just, you see, do I have to go step by? Most gracious has begotten offspring. Who said the most gracious has begotten an offspring? Not only the polytheist saying that he has jinns as offspring and angels, female angels, as Allah's offspring, but who else? The begotten Son, most gracious, having a son. Where does Allah say? Repeat this ayat, which is in Surah 21, ayat 26. Could he only be referring to the jinns, the polytheists, or the Christians also? So this ayat, just before 27 ayat, is repeated, and they say has taken the most gracious, a son, not begotten. Glorified is he, nay, they are slaves honored. Can jinns be honored slaves? Angels can be honored slaves. And who else is an honored slave? Surah Maryam ayat. They have taken a son. Right? Where's the ayat? Sorry, I have to search Google because I don't remember. Sorry. Let's go to Quran.com, read from ayat 88, Surah Maryam. And they say the most merciful has taken a son. And then you have done an atrocious thing. The heavens almost, yeah. This is, let's see the whole ayat being repeated, isn't it? In Surah Maryam, about Jesus Christ, which is in Surah 21, Anbiya 26. Surah Maryam. Oh God. Surah Maryam, the infant Jesus declares, indeed I am the servant of Allah, powerfully illustrating this point, which is in Surah Anbiya. Surah 19, ayat 35 also we'll search on. It means Nabi is also included, right, which the Sunnis don't include, about Surah 21, ayat 27. So we're going to Surah Maryam, ayat 35 also. And not it is for Allah that he should take any son. Glory be to him when he decrees a matter, then only says to it, be, and it is. Isn't this same? I thought there was a repetition of this ayat. Surah 21, Surah Anbiya. Jesus said, and indeed Allah is my Lord, and straight path. Differed. How clearly here. They say that this is the, let me see if I can, Surah 19, Maryam. They say that Allah has taken, no, not Allah, the gracious Lord. The gracious Lord has taken a son. They say Allah the most gracious, meaning has begotten a son, taken a son, not begotten. Yeah, it is Surah Maryam ayat 88, right? But here Allah in the next ayah says, glory be to Allah, you have indeed, no. In the next ayah he says, you have indeed advanced something hideous. He doesn't say they are honored guests, but where did, in Surah Anbiya, they are honored, no, wait a minute. Yeah, let me just, sorry I haven't got my, you have done, I might make some mistakes here, but it's, sorry about that. How plainly will they see and hear? So at least see this, right, that if not verbatim, this part of the ayat is repeated, one part of the ayat of Surah Anbiya before Surah 21 ayat 27 is repeated in Surah Maryam about Jesus Christ and about the Christians that he's not, they have taken, sorry, put it properly, about the Christians that they have, where is it now? They, how to put it, I have to be careful. Going back to 88, ayat of Surah Maryam, and they say the most merciful has taken a son. Surah Maryam ayat 88, right? So shouldn't this Surah Anbiya ayat 27 be for Jesus Christ also, not only for the jinns? Since if you Shias have written that yet, time and again the Shias, not only in the Quran ayats, but in their, through the Quran ayat said that Prophet Muhammad cannot say against, or sorry, cannot do anything. He only does what Allah tells him to do. He only acts on Allah's commands, right? So this ayat, correcting the Sunnis, Surah 21 ayat 27, they cannot precede him in word and they act by his command. So this privilege Prophet Muhammad also does not have, applying it for Prophet Muhammad in Surah Tahrim. So when we go to Surah Tahrim, we see that Prophet Muhammad, without waiting for a revelation to come to him as to how he should, what he should do with his wives annoying him, should he go pleasing them, prohibiting what Allah made lawful for him? Does he have the privilege to do this? No, he doesn't. Taking Surah Anbiya, working it out against the Sunni tafsir, with the Shia tafsir. Then Shias even, how could you say it's okay for Prophet Muhammad here, prohibiting what Allah has made lawful for you, for him, meaning seeking the approval of your wives. And Allah is forgiving and merciful. Surah Tahrim ayat 1. Yeah, how can you say this Shias? How can you defend the Prophet here? How have you? I've seen how you have defended the Prophet here on Surah Tahrim ayat. See, so take, let's see if a comment comes here. Huh? So I asked the Shias, they wouldn't come like this. Not even Saklan Heather came. Not even 2 hours. And you know what they do? How they come? How they argue their way out of this. The Shias. Saklan Heather's example is on one of my live streams or two of my live streams. Then this one also. Oh, we can do this blaspheming. You're blaspheming. Taimur, Shia. Right? Oh God, I'm feeling a little. Let me just. Excuse me. There's a lamp. Just put the light on and dim light. Oh, so I will need. Oh my God, if I can get up. I think I need to get up to have food, but it will be difficult. Doesn't matter. Anyways, you want to kill me, right? You want to take my life. So tell me. No, but who would? See, I'm just. Have I blasphemed? Then Allah blasphemed because He. Look, Allah says, if you don't take the if, what can I do? Allah has not said Prophet Muhammad would never fabricate anything. And so there's no, you can't even think that I would take him by the right hand. Or a false prophet can do this, but Prophet Muhammad is a true prophet and he would never go against or fabricate anything or go against my command or say anything before I have told him to say it. So as a reasonable man or woman using reason, these Quran ayats go against, show me, this now the concluded evidence. Evidence has been concluded by me, like this, in the previous live streams. Now very tough, Surah Abasa. I have to prove to the Shias that as the Quran ayats, but you can't even see this. I've kept repeating myself. You bring other topics like blaspheming or you're a Shia, of course you're a kafir. What is this? So now see, I banned them or Shia, but please, excuse me. So, can I? No, I don't want to bring in fuel to the fire. I was given a reason. I found a reason why even Saudi Arabia, recently, आपकी कोई पाकिस्तानी नहीं करें अपने मुल्क को बर्बाद. Arif Ajaki. Maybe even Haris Sultan could have given this. I don't know. But I don't want to. If it comes on my home feed, YouTube, Arif Ajakia said Saudi Arabia humiliates Pakistan. as humiliated Pakistanis use this word. Sorry, Saudi Arabia. आरिफ अजाकिया को चेक करें. So, शेख हमदान ने आपको कह दिया कि इस लड़की को, इस औरत को हरास करो, और शिया भी उनके साथ उनके ट्यून पे नाच रहा है. और फिर देखो, आपकी कहीं इज्जत नहीं है. अरब कंट्रीज़ में भी आपकी, सॉरी टू पुट इट दिस वे, अरब्स, आई अपोलोजाइज, लेकिन इधर आरिफ अजहकिया ने देखी क्या लिखा है. मैंने पाकिस्तान ह्यूमिलिएटेड, not by India, not by Modi. Pak Saudi deals, more details out. Find out by whom. Pakistan has recently been humiliated on Arif Ajakia's channel, this live stream, 3 days ago. Oh, sorry, two days ago. आप किधर हक नहीं कर सकते. आप तो छेड़ते हैं लड़कियों को अपने पाकिस्तान में. बेचारी मेड्स, जो हमने तो बहुत कम ट्रैवल किया है रिक्शा में और टैक्सीज़ में पाकिस्तान की, ट्रेन्स में. हमारे मेड्स रोज़ ट्रैवल करते हैं, बसेस में आते हैं, दूर से आते हैं, फ्रॉम फार अवे, ट्रैवलिंग. पाकिस्तानी मेड्स, कराची, इन कराची. ज़रूर लाहौर में भी ऐसा होता है, विलेजेस हैं, वो दूर से आती हैं अपने. इतना दूर से एक मेड तो वॉकिंग, बिकॉज द बस डजंट कम टू द रेजिडेंशियल एरिया. पता है कितने मिनट्स वॉकिंग होती है. और वो मेड तो अभी लाइक, लेकिन मैंने एक पठान मेड को पूछा, उसने तो कहा कि हमें तो अपने आप को प्रोटेक्ट खुद करना पड़ता है. वी हैव टू प्रोटेक्ट आवरसेल्व्स. नो वन. चोरियां करते हैं, वॉलेट्स इन द बसेस, थीव्स स्टीलिंग वॉलेट्स, औरतों को हाथ लगाते हैं. नफ्सा नफ्सी इन विलेजेस मार देते हैं, on like, ego fight, take lives. कितनी औरतें इनकी विलेजेस में रेप होती हैं. उन्होंने कौन सा ब्लास्फेम किया है? व्हाट ब्लास्फेमिंग हैव दे डन? Okay, I better go. My health. Thank you for the likes. Really appreciate it. Thank you for your time and attention. I have to go. I'm in a critical condition here, and no one to help me. No helping hand. I need to take care of myself now, because no one, anyways, right, will